everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Dalton's Bengals going up against Manning's Giants.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford. We are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their men in blue emerging from the MetLife tunnels. We're set to go as the Giants get ready to match up. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20 with the Cincinnati Bengals. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And the tight end goes in motion left. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now they run with Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Passing, it's Dalton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They'll run again now with Darkwa. And now running right through it. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Manning going to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the side.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
I don't think there's any doubt that that was not a very good throw by Eli. And, you know, part of what happens is he's a little bit of a slinger. All right? He's going to throw it downfield and take his shots. And in this case, it backfired.
Worth noting, you remember 2007 against the Vikings, 3 pick sixes Manning had in that game, tied for the most in a game in NFL history.
They'll study his career. They've thrown the ball downfield a lot. That's where you'll accumulate a few more interceptions.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. New York set to take the field. And last last time. Decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Manning will try again on second down. Caught right side. It's Lewis. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. From the gun on third down, Manning. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's got the first down. Yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now Manning again. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Vontaze Burfict from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Shepard will go in motion right. On third and long, it's Manning. And the pressure gets to him again. Vontaze Burfict in there to drop him 2 plays in a row, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on fourth down. Alex Erickson deep for Cincinnati. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys will set up shot. Midfield at the 50-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get 4 yards of the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. The first throw for the backup, Davis Webb. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22. Here's Vereen. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure on him.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Here's Darkwa. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. On 4th down, Webb.
Now,
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Tavares King from 6 yards away. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT. And it's up and good. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Olivier Vernon. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because
he's got it at the 15. And he is down deep into Giant territory. Torrey. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Again, it's Mixon. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now the first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And yet again, nowhere to run. This time maybe we'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So on 4th down, Marvin Lewis sends on the field goal unit. And Bullock will put this one through. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And the Giants ready to come out now. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now Webb, buying time to his left. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the ball.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now out come the Giants. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, Webb. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Fresh set of downs here. Webb now from the gun. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Well, partner, unfortunate news from the league this last week with that injury to Carson Wentz and how the Eagles were rolling. And you know, there just seems to be a rash of injuries to high-profile players this year, doesn't there?
It certainly is. And the tough part is, obviously, we don't get to see them play. You know, for fans, you don't get to see the best ones out there. If you're a fantasy player, it's been like that all season long.
Yeah.
David Johnson from the Cardinals, who had to be one of the top picks in every fantasy draft, he went down early, missed the entire season. Odell Beckham Jr., he goes down somewhere around week 5. And then Aaron Rodgers, we all saw the injury against the Minnesota Vikings. All of these guys are people that clamoring to have on their fantasy teams. They didn't have them, and now Carson Wentz gets hurt during fantasy football playoff time.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Back to the air on second down. Webb. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Let's go. Throwing again. Webb. He's going to flick one out here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Interesting, a chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on 4th down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Orleans Darkwa taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are in for 6. Showing some grits and some guts going for it. Their 4th and goal, pounding it in.
And being rewarded for that confidence in the team, huh? The coach saying, let's go ahead and get this. And how about the guys up front firing out, finding a little bit of a crack for them to get through? Touchdown. I love it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Mixon. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Dalton bootlegs out. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. So they are going for it. Now Dalton. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Give him 6 on the play there. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Oh, look at the juke. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And they're definitely showing blitz here. 2nd down, Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Giants on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now.
Here's Webb. Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Over. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll run with Darkwa. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Watch it now, Marty.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. On 2nd down, Webb. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Vontaze Burfict. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The offense on 3rd down, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Webb. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards. Shift together here from the D-line. In motion right here, Boyd. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here comes the D swarming to the line. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now Webb. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Partner, why were they even putting the ball in the air in that situation?
I know they have confidence a lot of the time in their team, and, hey, we can call anything. But in this spot, with that lead and that amount of time on the clock,
and, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.